Everyone's losing their minds over Nana Banana Pro right now. And honestly, I get it. So instead of just another tutorial, we did something crazy. We made an entire cinematic short film where the plot is learning how to use it. And what we pulled off, I still can't believe it's real.
Of artificial intelligence to the film industry could be limitless. Despite the opportunities, professionals have previously taken industrial action over the use of AI, with fears that the technology could pose a risk to jobs. Our artificial intelligence correspondent Mark Chislak reports.
Okay, so we're gonna work on Nana Banana now. Okay, so I'm gonna just get my image. This is the image that I'm gonna use to kind of play around with and just technically show you what is really possible with this tool. Okay, so let me just open this image again. So what can we do with this image, right? Let's have a look now. What type of a campaign can we create from this image, you know? And how can we make this image 1,000 times better? In my honest opinion, let's go with something classy. Let's go find a car. So I think let's change the scenery and change the car only. Keep everything else the same, just change the car, and then we can come and change the background later. Okay, so my image has been imported into Nana Banana. Let's make sure that this ratio, we have our aspect ratio here. So you got Nana Banana, aspect ratio, quality. You either get 1K, you get 2K, and you get 4K, okay? And then how many variations do I want to generate at a time? With our plan, we get unlimited, meaning but there's only one generation per image. Does that make sense? Okay, so as we said, we are changing the car. So our car is going to be this. I think that's going to fit the aesthetic quite well. It's a Supra and you cannot go wrong with it. No, this is basically change the car. This is a massive use case. So but what we're gonna have to do is just change also the ratio. So let's go 4:3, and then we're just gonna type in a simple prompt that just says, and also make sure the quality never go over 4K. The reason to why I never go over 4K is because you still want to upscale this to 4K so it still looks a lot real. So rather keep it in between, never make it 4K because it still looks like AI. Does that make sense? So keep it in the middle. This is a little bit too low quality, and then you can take it from there. Okay, so I'm gonna say swap the exact car from attachment 1 with the exact car from attachment 2. Keep everything else the exact same. Okay, so I'm gonna hit generate and it's gonna generate my image for me now. So now it's generating. We're over here is saying it's in queue. Let's hit another one just in case. I normally do 2 generations because sometimes it just plays around and I don't like it. So we'll just wait for these generations to finish. So as you can see, the final result, look at this, absolutely stunning. So we went from our first image, let me get it for us now. We went from this particular image, having that disgusting, hideous car, to now having something that looks like, let it load quality-wise, something that looks like this, okay? But of course you can come in and change the text because it's not going to be as accurate. But like I said, we're going to be upscaling these anyways. Does that make sense? Look at the detail. Shadow work is incompletely. I love this. This is absolutely gorgeous. Now to even change this a lot better, now what I want to do is live coming here. So now we have to download this, throw it in here, come over here, and we're gonna say change the background to match the style and aesthetic of the car. Okay, so we got the aesthetic of the car is aesthetic of masculine aesthetic, right? Butchered it. Okay, the aesthetic of the, not the car, of entire image. Make sure that you keep the car and the models the exact same. and only change the background. So cool. Everything's still fine. We still at our same thing. We're gonna hit generate and wait for this to finish. I always do 2, like I said. Now we just wait and see what it comes up with, because 2 variations is gonna come up with 2 completely different ideas. So that's something we just have to rely on and lean on as well. Okay, while that's also loading, let me also kind of show you what else happens, okay? So if we go to Seedream, it's basically also the exact same thing, but we don't want it on 4K, we want it on 2K. Oh my word, I forgot to change the aspect ratio. So 4:3, let's see what it comes up with. This is pretty nice. So we always hit 2 generations. I just want to show you that all these models are technically the same. No. And then we're going to go to this one. Is it this one? Yeah, it's that one. We're going to go 4:3. We're going to go 2K, hit the same one. I just want to give you an idea how different this all is. Then we're going to go to Flux, same thing. Change the aspect ratio. It's on 2K, great. That's got unlimited. Let's hit it. Flux, I want to show you, so it's also the same. That's Flux Pro. Check it out. That's pretty fire. Look at the results that's already coming out. Now we got Reeve. Reeve also does basically the same thing, but standard. That's go high quality. We always want high quality as much as possible. So we wait and we see which one just suits us a lot better, you know? We're gonna be like, cool. We're gonna make a little mini video quickly. Perfect. Now we just wait for the different results. But I just wanted to show you that each of these things are technically the same. I never play around with these because they're the worst. Look at that. How does this match my style? You see. And this was Kling 01. Kling 01 image model. This is Flux Pro. This is Reeve. Reeve kind of kept the same aesthetic. That's looking at our original image. Let's go drag you in here. That's our original image. You see? That looks more like felt. This is, I don't know what this is or where this is, but it's a cool aesthetic. But we try to match the overall vibe and the overall feeling. Does that make sense? So we wait. We build our campaign. There's a faster way to do this, but for beginners, I would say that you just come in here and just kind of understand how AI use cases just work before you take it to the next level regarding yourself. Does that make sense? So, yeah. It looks like our results are done. So me as being the expert, let me just detailedly, I don't think detailedly is a word. Let me just have a look at these all in detail and let me just kind of like look at my image, see what's going on, you know, find any imperfections, any flaws. I like this, but it's still kind of like stealing. So we're not going to go with this image. No, that's find something unique. Okay, this is more like by these crates, but that's not real. You wouldn't find this in reality. Does that make sense? These are like skyscrapers built off of like shipping containers. That's not realistic or real at all. So let's try again. And of course, we aren't going to be using these. This is absolutely a joke. Yeah, this is a joke. This here is a joke. Okay, let's go here. This isn't too bad. This is like, okay, we're in a type of factory, a chemical factory. You know, this kind of looks like, okay, these guys are kind of in a Fast and Furious type of vibe. But now look at her eye. You see? I don't like her eye there. So if I had to go with even this one, I would say this one's my favorite. You can create like a story from this. So this one's not too bad. This one's like, it's alright, but look at her eye. Look at the imperfections. This is what I can spot instantly without having to do it. You know what I mean? So it's between, I'm gonna do, you see Nano Banana again. Let's do Pro. I want to hit another 2 generations. I want to make sure my image comes out the way I want. I'm going to hit 4 generations. I want to see what it comes out. With Nano Banana, I use it the most because it just kind of really understands what I want to do. And Seedream. Seedream isn't terrible. Seedream is good. So I hit 8 generations. Okay, so we wait for these 8 generations to finish and we'll make our final decision from there. And if they both If all 8 of them are bad, I'm gonna go with this one, but I'm gonna come in here and fix it, of course, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So we just wait. Okay, so our options are done. Let's have a look at them. Let's see what it's really trying to make us do. Let's go. So not bad. This is like an oil rig. I like this type of a vibe, but let's check out more options. Also warehouse. No. What is this? The gay party? Okay. Ignore I said that. We'll cut that part out. Graffiti with neon lights. It's kind of giving cheap. You know, we don't want to seem like we're cheap. Okay, let's go here. This is not too bad. It's like, this is like London. It's like almost like Chicago, London type of like graffiti in the alleyway. You know, this is not too bad. I think we can. I think this is our best image so far, in my honest opinion. Then we go from here. Let's check this part out. No. Let's go here. Let's go. No. Okay, so we found our image. Let's download this bad boy. So this is going to be our image, okay? But now what we want to do is we want to keep theme consistent, right? We're telling a story here. This is the most important part about all of this, is we're trying to tell a story. So we're going to grab this bad boy, drag it in, the one that we just downloaded, which will be this image here. As you can see, this is our choice. This is our image of choice. I love it. I love this image so much. So compared to this, you see the difference. You see the absolute difference. You see how I elevated this image just from like being creative, but this is still plagiarizing to a degree. So people, when they watch this, will be like, but I've seen something similar like that. Well, I can't really tell. So now we're going to change the clothing and we're going to kind of change the models. Does that make sense? Right. So let's give it a shot. So let's go find some clothing. So since we found our outfit, let's drag you in here and let's do this. Change all the models clothing to match. Change all the models clothing from attachment 1 to the exact jacket and pants from attachment 2, and apply it to all models from attachment 1. And now what we need is shoes, because if you look here, I'm not trying to copy this at all. Okay, so let's go shoes now. So let's see if it changes all the clothing, but like I said, we need shoes, so let's go find shoes. Okay, so we found the shoes. Here are the shoes, and let's go make sure all the models are wearing the exact same shoe from attachment 3. Let's hit it. Let's go done. This is Seedream. Remember, we're doing Seedream 2K. So let's go 4 generations. Then we're gonna go Nano Banana Pro. Let's go 4 generations. So now we're hitting them for 4 generations. Let's check them now and we wait. Let's see what the result comes to be. Okay, so as we can see with the results, right, Seedream 4.5 is good quality. It's not that it's terrible quality. It's just that it doesn't understand the prompt as well as Nano Banana does, Google's Nano Banana. Does that make sense? It's changing their positions. It's even changing the models. Like, you know what I mean? These are not the models that I asked for, but Nano Banana really understands this a lot better. So now moving forward, ideally, if you want to change clothing, just rather stick to Nano Banana instead of like jumping between Seedream and Nano Banana and wasting your credits, or just say even have an unlimited option, wasting your time. Does that make sense as well? So out of these options, I want to see which one's a lot better. You see, this one didn't change show clothes. I said to all models. This one, we can upscale this one. Let's check out this one. This one's cool. I like this one. But what is she doing? It's supposed to be in a bag. You check. So out of these ones, she's looking at us now. She's supposed to be in her bag, just like randomly going through her stuff. Does that make sense? So we're going to type in a prompt just to make sure that it really understands what I'm trying to say. So we're going to change this and say, make sure the models do not change and make sure that they in their exact pose position from attachment 2. Okay, so in this position, ensure is a better alternative. Okay, and then we're gonna say replace. Okay, this is why also get Grammarly. It just helps you as well, just to really just speak direct English. And I see we're just gonna give 2 different options, so we're gonna run this twice and see what option comes out the best. Okay, so let's have a look at our options. So it's still messing it up bits. You know what, this is very frustrating. This is so frustrating. This is why I don't like API connections too much, because when you connect it to a different tool, some of them are lazy with it and they don't really integrate it properly. And this has been my frustration with Hexfield. Look at that. Did I ever say change this? I said keep the clothing exact. This is ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. Okay, so we're just going to change our text. Let's go even more. Okay, so I'm going to just say it like that. Keep it like this. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to do 1 generation. I'm getting really frustrated here. It's supposed to be that. So if this one doesn't work, that means I'm just going to go with this one particularly and see what I can do. You know what I mean? This has to be our option then. It's like she can probably draw something in the sand when this cinematography is happening. Okay, so we wait in queue. But this is the thing, I'm on the ultimate plan, but they want to put me in the queue. So ridiculous. This tool is so ass. Okay, so it finally listened to us after quite some time. So this is our image. This is fantastic. So now the last thing what I want to do is change the models. Does that make sense? Because we don't want to be stealing the models' identities. You see what a process this is. So come into here, drag this. Let's go Nana Banana. And now we're gonna try to do this sizing. Let it load. I don't know why it's taking forever. Let me refresh the page. Close all tabs. Drag you in here again. This is our main image now, so we're gonna go and like that. Perfect. So we happy after like how many generations from here. This is what it came from seeing that all the way to now looking something like this. Now we look like we have an editorial campaign. Okay, so what we're gonna do is change to look completely different. Change all the models to look completely different, but not change their poses or their ethnicity. I cannot spell right now. Okay, we're gonna hit 1 generation. Let's see if it works. Let's go 4. Okay, perfect. I'm guarantee you, because I use credits, this is gonna go faster. Watch. What do you know? Hexfield is ultimately the worst. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do in this career. If you have the tool, you gotta use the tool to really make it work. So we're just gonna wait now, see which is our better option. And I have a feeling this one that we paid for with credits compared to the unlimited version is gonna be a lot better in quality as well. And the models are just gonna look a lot better. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see the result. So this one came out. Let's see, it changed all the models. That's not bad at all. This is not bad at all. I like this. I like this a lot. I like this more than I thought I would like it. This is really good. I like this. I really, really like this. Okay. From her looking like this to now looking like this. You see? Look at that. The ethnicity still stayed the same, but now it's just a lot better. So awesome. This is insane. I really like this. This one's gonna look, it's still in queue. Like 3 minutes later. 3 minutes later, it's still in queue. It's still in queue. Hexfield, do better. Especially since we're playing the highest package, do better. Okay, this doesn't look too bad in itself as well. I like that hair. I really do. That's just a bit of a difference, uniqueness. Look at that. It's not too bad. What are we saying, chat? What are you saying, chat? Option 1, or are we saying option 2, chat? What are we saying? I don't know. I'm stuck between. I don't know. This look to me is just a bit unique, and that Asian as well. It's just kind of like, and she's looking at it. Then we can make her look into the bag, and then she starts digging. But I don't like this nigga like with the dreads. You see, it's like I like this one. It's okay. Let's stick with this one. Let's just go with this for this purpose was. Let's see what we can do. Okay, but in general, that is how you kind of use these tools to bring your whole idea to life and what these tools kind of do. Does that make sense? So what we learned here, that's just recap. So what we did was we changed the car, we changed the background, we changed the clothing, and we changed the models. Okay, so those are the 4 things that we've done here. Now the next tutorial is going to be creating the scenes and bringing this whole thing to life. Okay, based off this one image now. Because you saw in the beginning we had that tool that does multiple ones, different angles and scenes. I'm gonna teach you now how that works right now.
If this helped you level up your filmmaking with AI, drop a like and let me know in the comments what tools you want me to cover next. Hit subscribe so you don't miss a thing. I've got a lot more coming your way. I'll see you in the next one.